Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. So you are probably already experiencing the energies of the new moon in Aries, taking place on April 17th. As any new moon, it's a time for new beginnings. It's a time where we plant new seeds. It may be intentional, or it may be that the new moon is initiating your next step, your next level, taking you in a direction you maybe not consciously wish to dive deeper into. But remember that it's always for your highest good, and it's always what you are ready for, whether you believe it or not. So it's working with us, it's never working against us. But sometimes we need that little push to reach that next level. And this new moon is closely conjunct Chiron, and Chiron is the celestial body, the archetype of the wounded healer. It's a very fascinating archetype that I feel very close to, and there is a video in my playlist. You can find Chiron the Wounded Healer, I believe, where I talk more about the myth behind it, the Greek mythology behind the Chiron. And so when we are infused with energies of Chiron, it often means that a deeper layer of our core wounds are coming to the surface. The presence of Chiron is here to help us to move even deeper into what still needs to be healed, what still needs to be looked at. So this beautiful new moon in Aries, and Aries is a fire sign, so it's connected to boldness, to fiery energies, to courage. So it will help us to move beyond maybe those limitations that we weren't able to move beyond before, to look even deeper, to stay courageous and not to back down when it gets a bit too emotional. So what I've been tapping into right now is that when we all have those core wounds, we all have traumas, right? So when we start to consciously or unconsciously form our lives around avoiding what the pain of what we don't want to feel again, a wound that is and it doesn't matter if you are aware of the wound. It doesn't matter if it comes from this life or another. But I've been very aware of this lately, that so many people, and where myself included, tend to avoid tend to move in a certain direction in life because we fear that pain. We fear a certain outcome, we fear a situation, we fear to experience pain. So right now, with this new moon, with the beautiful assistance, the presence, the loving presence of Chiron, the wounded healer, we are invited to look where we are holding ourselves back, what we are avoiding, what is our blind spots, that we just seem to plan life and structure life to avoid pain, and that is not what we came here for. So to use the energy, the fire energy, the boldness, the courage of Aries to move beyond, to go deeper, to have that courage and that belief that we are not here to even stronger implement that this means danger. This is a territory I'm not going into, but contrary, moving courageously to in that direction and to move beyond that fear. It doesn't mean that we won't feel the pain, but to know that to feel will set us free, that to fully once and for all embrace it. And of course, I'm not talking about doing something dangerous or stupid, but many times it's we hold ourselves back, we're playing small, we are not expanding the way our hearts wants us to expand, that we are ready for, when we are holding ourselves back, when we are ready to rise. And I see this a lot with my clients, and I've been there as well. We've done so much work, and there is this inner conflict between rising and just embracing life, and that parts of us that wants to keep us safe, and that is this false sense of safety. Hold yourself back. Play small, hide, right? And so it may be something big that is calling for you to expose yourself, to go out there, to shift, to move to the other side of the country, other side of the world, or shift career, or say yes to a divine soulmate, or becoming a parent, or whatever it means. Or it may be something smaller, to just say yes to a new hobby, or to stand up for your beliefs, or have a uncomfortable conversation with someone. So whatever that means for you, right now is a beautiful time to see this as an opportunity, because that is what it is, to retrain your nervous system by doing the opposite. That is how we heal the nervous system, because right now it is like a red flag to our brains. Don't go there. That means danger. But when we show differently that I can go there because I can allow, if that would feel hurtful, if something would feel uncomfortable, if there be maybe fear or judgment, or somebody gets upset at me, I can stay present. I can hold space as this moves through, because that is what it all is. That is what emotions are. Energy in motion, moving, for us to hold space for it, the process as it unfolds. That's it. And when we move to the other side, that's not longer a red flag. We have expanded outside our comfort zone, and we have teach our nervous system that we can go do this. We can go this far. We can rise this much, and that is safe. That is how we retrain. So this is a theme that I see right now, and I invite you to use the energy and know that we are here to shift it, not to go along with those rules that the fearful mind has put up for us. So right now I invite you to come into your heart, as we will receive this transmission to help us to move beyond, to help us to allow the willingness, the divine yes, that freedom and liberation of not be limited, of expansion and joy, to be greater than the pain, the memories of pain, and the fear. Okay? And we call upon Chiron, the wounded healer, to assist us in gratitude, in love. Mi Teresa, mi Anike Teresico. Simi Oto Sherena, for our readiness to see the pain, not hide for it anymore, not tuck it away. Loko sayanai trake mikash te tere metea tekana. Sinuruko kosheteka emur te kai ateta. Mikin merete lor sai ikayaka. Koto shai I urunoto se awaka itoshana tareta. Luwayane kai tayatai. Sameato toto shai tai. Lea koko wayana. Saeta te roshayaka. Mu eneka seto shotosha ita remeokoko. Shaeka eti narete koso. Susuno yote trashenoko. Shaetai kiko sono. So what I keep hearing is there's nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. So whenever there is fear, it's a call for expansion. Expand beyond. And that can only happen as we move through. We cannot move around. We need to move through to realize there was nothing to fear. Nothing we need to hide from, nothing we need to avoid. Mikedra sayanake. Loko sayanai sotayaka seto. So right now, the clear message I get is that when you have the courage right now to face that pain that you have tried to avoid, whether it's by doing something or just to go inwards, Chiron will be here with you, holding space together with you, so that you feel that you have that capacity to stay and allow the emotions. That is how you set yourself free. Many of you have kept repeating this lifetime after lifetime, the same wounds, the same avoidance. If you feel that it's coming up more frequently right now, it is because it is a divine timing. And it is time to liberate yourself. Sepatreka enaki. Simuto shetrashai ekonotai ekaniko. Le ai etare semiataya kaka. Kayata rene ateko. Kekeke shanato shu. Nai o koko. Me o laeta kikase. Ush ai I ma otarate. Mitenere tayana kayanaki, simikota shanaki, emoroto to shunudududu deranaka ikai. And I feel that for many of you who thought it was impossible, it will suddenly feel just lighter and right. This is a call for you to step forward, not to pull back. Pitre sayanai. Kinorocho toshonoko. I arkenateko. Kishu sotayanai. A beautiful expansion of the heart comes with this beautiful new moon. Paranaya kayanaya te koko. Seme otanana ereta. And just say yes to this expansion that is taking place right now. Metete aranaka setoto. Kilo rayene etekoshenekiyata. For you to be able to hold more love. Stay in the presence of love. And to receive more love. To expand more love. Kitarane tresea ashkinare koto. Tu sonetarane kito sonoko deyate terene ata. Likote aneka. In this presence of love, you will be able to move through anything. Te semikaena, to allow any emotions. Petereta kaena. Te to semetaya, kinorotaya kina, esinataiko. Semetareta tai eko. And this is holy work that you're doing. Don't forget, when you heal, that is you being the alchemist. That is a holy, holy, sacred right. And you are deeply assisted. That is what we came here for. So that is when we are, if you're called as healers, we work closely many times with Chiron, the wounded healer, to deeply look into our own wounding or our own woundedness before, and to allow ourselves to move beyond it. And that is when we recognize we are whole, and we are here to gift others with that same recognition. Peterene kayana kita enoroso eminataka teota yaka eatanaka. Sending you many, many blessings. Thank you.